Hi guys, welcome back to next Stretches Chat. Today we're looking at the Salvation World of McG, so let's get into it. Welcome back to next Stretches Chat. We're talking about directors. Today we're talking about McG. Now before we do, don't forget to subscribe. I'm Coach Mel, here's Aldo. So I'm going to go through his movies. I'm going to tell my full advance to start. So in 2000 we had Charlie's Angels. So this is an action comedy film. This was McG's first movie. It's the first installment in Charlie's Angels. Film series and continuation of the television series of the same name. By Evan Goff and Ben Roberts. And it starred Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, Bill Murray, Sam Rockwell, Tim Curry, Kelly Lynch, and Crispin Glover. It made $264.1 million, $93 million budget. The first mixed positive reviews from critics were praised for the performances of Diaz, Barrymore, and Liu and Murray, as well as this action sequences of humor, but criticism aimed at the plot and lack of originality. This movie's good. Well, it's not my favorite McD movie, so that's Charlie's Angels. Then in 2003, we had Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, which was an action comedy film. It was a sequel to 2000 Charlie's Angels, the second installment in Charlie's Angels film series, which is a continuation of the TV series of the same name. We saw Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, Bernie Mac, Crispin Glover, Justin Theroux, Robert Patrick, and Demi Moore. It made $259.2 million on $120 million budget. It received, like his predecessor, the film received mixed reviews from critics, with praise for the performances of Diaz, Barrymore, and Liu, but criticism aimed at a bland plot and lack of sense. There was going to be two sequels, but they all got cancelled, and due to the performance of the movie. So he had a movie in 2019. Which was kind of just technically a reboot and a continuation. So yeah, this movie it's okay. It's nowhere near as good as the first one, but let's try and just all throttle. Then in 2006 we had We Are Marshall, which is a biographical sports drama film. It depicts the aftermath of the 1970 plane crash that killed 75 people, 37 players of the Marshall University Thornton Health football team. The five coaches, 2 athletic trainers, the athletic director, 25 boosters, and the airplane crew of 5. It starred Matthew McConaughey, Matthew Fox, Ian McShane, Anthony Mackie, Kate Mara, January Jones, Brian Garetti, and David Strahan. It made $43.5 million, $65 million budget, and it received mixed reviews. And yeah, so this movie it's okay. I enjoy this movie. And so yeah, that's so that is Weimar Marshall. Then in 2009 we had Terminator Salvation, which was also known as Terminator 4 Salvation. It's a military science fiction film. It's the 4th installment in the Terminator franchise, serving as a sequel to Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, but also as a soft reboot. This is the first and only Terminator film to not to feature Arnold Schwarzenegger, though his likeness briefly appears digitally. It stars Christian Bale, Sam Worthington, Anton Yelchin, Moon Bloodgood, Bryce Dallas Howard, Common, Dan Alexander, and Helena Bonham Carter. It made $371.4 million, $200 million budget. So it received mixed reviews. While originally intended to be the first of a second Terminator trilogy, these plans were cancelled following the Lycan company filed for bankruptcy after the film's release. The franchise rights were sold in 2012, and Annapurna Pictures, resulting in Genesis, a reboot of the series being in 2015. Being released in 2015 with Schwarzenegger prize as well. I don't like this movie. I think this one is really overrated. No, not underrated. I'm sorry, I meant underrated. Not a lot of people don't talk about this one. I actually enjoy this movie, and yeah, so I think out of the sequel, I think this is one of my favorite one. So it's not as good as T2, as Judgment Day, but it's still a good movie. Then 2012, we have This Means War. Now, this was a romantic comedy spy film. It starred Reese Witherspoon, Chris Pine, Tom Hardy, and Til Schweiger. It made $156 million on a $65 million budget. So yeah, it received negative reviews. I enjoyed this movie. I saw it one time. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. So that's This Means War. So the 2014 we had 3 Days to Kill, which was an action thriller film that starred Kevin Costner, Amber Heard, Haley Steinfeld, Clay Nielsen. Made 52.6 million, $28 million budget. It received mixed reviews, and yeah, so it's good, man. I like Kevin Costner in there. So that's 3 Days to Kill. 2017, we have The Babysitter, which is a black comedy horror film. It stars Samara Weaving, Judith Lewis, Hannah Mae Lee, Robbie Amell, and Bella Thorne. It made 404,000, and this was released by Netflix. And I saw it on Netflix, and it was a good movie. I enjoyed this movie. That's The Babysitter. Received positive reviews, and then 2019 we had Rim of the World. Now this was a science fiction adventure film. It's Jack Gore, Mia Tech, Benjamin Flores Jr., Alicia Scalzotto, Andrew Bachelor, and Adam Belgish. It made 19. It was released on Netflix. I'm sorry, and it was negative reviews. I thought this movie was okay. So that's Rim of the World. And then finally in 2020 we had The Babysitter Killer Queen, which was a black comedy film. Is a sequel to the 2017 film The Babysitter. Stars Judah Lewis, Emily Ann Allen Blind, Ben Ortega, Ruby Amell, Andrew Bachelor, Leslie Bibb, Hannah Mae Lee, Bella Thorne, Samara Weaving, and Ken Carino. And this released on Netflix and received negative reviews. I enjoyed it. There is a third one. And then there is a third movie in development. And then we had two more movies. You have The Uglies, which was this stars, which is based on the book of the same name by Scott Westerfield. Stars Joey King, Keith Powers, Brianna Tuju, Chase Stokes, and Logan Fox. This will be released on Netflix. And then he also has another movie called Family Leave, which everyone that's coming out on theatrical streaming. And that's pretty much it. That's McG. Like, he's done some bad movies. He does some good movies. So that's Salvation World of McG. So guys, so much for my video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.